Don't underestimate the power of your declarations. Now, what is a declaration? To me, a declaration is like an intention, but it's like proclaimed into a statement. It's like an I am statement, yes, but it's like kind of like spoken, it's written. It's like, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to create this. I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to shift through this experience. It's almost like a proclamation to the universe that you're going to change in some way or another. And this is such an important power because sometimes I think when we get caught up in life stuff, when we get caught up in our woes and we hit our down points in our experiences, maybe we have some reoccurring challenges. We've had a string of negative events, so to speak, and we feel like we're stuck there. We feel like we can't move beyond. We ask the question, how do I get out of this? How do I shift through this? How do I move on to something else? And it all starts with our spoken intentions, our declarations, proclaiming to the universe what it is that we're committed to taking a stand for, what it is that we're committed to shifting and changing and healing and transforming in our life experience. This year has been a very surreal year for me. My father made his transition in January. And initially, I kind of came out of the experience like, okay, this is a reminder of life that nothing is forever, you know? And then all of a sudden, this like dark cloud set upon me of mourning, of just things coming to the surface, kind of losing that incentive to express, kind of losing that drive to move forward, having the question, oh my gosh, what do I want to continue doing in my life at this point in this juncture in my experience based upon everything that's happening? There was just some things that came to my attention that I could not deny. But I actually kind of found myself in this space of depression. I actually kind of found myself in this very low, dark, vibrational place where sadness would come up, where anger would come up, where frustration, but also a lack of wanting to move forward, a lack of wanting to, kind of like get inspired for my mission and what it is that I've committed to doing in my life. And so after really almost 2 months of this, I'm kind of like going, how am I going to move through this? Okay, 2 months is a good period of time. It went by fast. And I don't think you can really put a time frame on mourning. But at some point also, you have to pick yourself up. And so it was really interesting in those moments when you're in the process of waking up and you like hear conversations or ideas come in or you have visions, or in this case, it was my father talking to me. And he said, okay, enough is enough. It's time to get up. It's time to make a declaration. It's time to set an intention to move forward. And in that very moment, I say, you know what? I've had these 2 months to mourn. I've had these deep, dark nights of the soul. But I'm going to set the intention to move forward. I'm going to set the intention. It was almost like my dad told me, he said, hey, you got things to do, man. You got stuff to do here with your time. Let's get in motion. Let's start moving in that direction again. Enough is enough. And so I made a declaration and set an intention. I need to lift myself up, to pick myself out of that quagmire of mourning and these lower, I don't even want to say lower because that brings in judgment, but these, dark night of the soul's emotions, feelings, and things that arose as a result of this whole experience that myself and my family went through this year. And so out of that intention, it was like there was this shift in energy. So take a look at where you're at in your experience and in your life. Perhaps maybe you've found yourself in a rut. Perhaps maybe life has knocked you down. and you need to do some bouncing back. Perhaps maybe you've kind of got this reoccurring negative thing that's been happening, and it's just eating away at you. It's eating away at your soul. It's eating away at your passion. It's eating away at your happiness and your joy in life. Well, the time has come for you, for me, for all of us, yes, to feel what it is that we feel, but to all of a sudden make a declaration and set an intention to rise up, to learn from the experience, to grow from the experience, to evolve out of the experience, but yet to continue our journey in moving forward. We don't want to stay laying on the ground. We have a light to shine, a purpose to bring forward, people to love and to tend to and to care for in our experience. The person in the mirror needs some loving too, some tending and some caring. We have to take those steps and begin to start expressing ourselves and building this momentum to turning on the lights, to lifting ourselves up. And it all starts with an intention on your part. So with that being said, I want to just kind of free form out a little musical soundscape here to support you in, yes, becoming clear on your declarations, but also reverberating them out into the cosmic field, where that field of energy is going to hear that. That field of energy is going to begin to start orchestrating the world around you based on your declarations and your intentions. So, deep breath. Your intentions, your words are powerful. And when you declare something into life, you begin to orchestrate the universe around you. What's your declaration? Take another deep breath and speak it into existence. You're so powerful. And the universe is listening. Take another deep breath. So just another deep inhale, open mouth, let it go. Don't be afraid of your power. Don't doubt that your intentions and your declarations set into motion this beautiful universal force of energy that you have the ability to command, that you have the ability to orchestrate, that you have the ability to compose with. Never doubt that. Is it going to unfold in your way? No. Is it going to be seamless and perfect and lovely and just happen? It could, potentially, but chances are it's probably going to happen contrary to your biggest and best agendas, and that's okay. That's part of the mystery of life. But never doubt your ability or your power of your commands, your declarations, your intentions. Speak them, bring them forward, project them out into the universe through writing, through speaking, through screaming, whatever you got to do. And then wait for the inspirations. Wait for the synchronicities. Wait for the ahas, the creative ideas, the book recommendations, the little things that are going to show up, that are going to support you on your journey. Because that's what happens. When we do this, things begin to show up. It's so interesting because my daughter had given me this book back at Christmas, and it was I have this pile of like books and stuff that I've read and that I need to read and stuff, or haven't gotten around to reading yet. And this one book was kind of not in the pile, but it was kind of like sitting there. You only live, I guess you can't really see, it's backwards, right? You only live once, And I'm like, oh, why is this calling to me? So I started reading. I'm like, oh, wow, what a great story. What a great way to start bringing some inspiration in. But this all came after the declaration. Is it the solution? I don't know. I pretty much just started reading it, but we'll see. It's already had magical little sprinklings of inspiration and hope and helped to build the momentum to move past and making my declaration that it was time to rise up, that it was time to begin to shine. It was time to move forward in bringing my music, my message forward into the world in a powerful way, and to move forward from there, from this experience. So grateful for everything, grateful for the whole experience in itself, grateful my dad had a chat with me the other morning telling me, come on, let's get up, in typical dad fashion. That's always a cool thing. So very grateful to have an opportunity to share. And I hope that within this message that you'll have the courage and the dedication to make your declarations and begin recreating your world and rising up from what you need to rise up, stepping into what it is that you need to step into, reflecting yourself and however it is that your soul, that essence of who and what you are, is calling you to express. Never forget your beauty, your awesomeness, your power. Take care. Have a harmonious day.